Polylines can also be created as polyarcs or arc segments. To start the command, on the Home ribbon, in the Draw panel, click the Polyline tool. When you start the command, the program prompts you to specify a starting point. Click to pick a point to start the first polyline segment. The program then prompts you to specify the next point, and you can immediately start drawing polyline line segments. But there are also several options. To create an arc segment, choose the Arc option. You can choose this option by clicking the option in the command line, by typing the letter A, by pressing the down arrow, or by right-clicking and choosing Arc from the shortcut menu. When you choose the Arc option, the prompt changes. The options on the command line are similar to the Arc command. You can create an arc segment by specifying an angle, the center of the arc, the tangency direction, the radius, or the second point of the arc. Of course, there are also options for setting the width of the polyline as well, and if you decide that you do not want to draw an arc segment, you can choose the Line option to go back to creating straight line segments. As you move the cursor, you can see the arc segment that will result. The default method is to specify the endpoint of the arc, and by default, the arc is being drawn in a counterclockwise direction. You can press the Control key to create the polyline arc segment in a clockwise direction. Click to specify the endpoint of the arc. The command remains in arc mode. Click to create another arc segment. The second arc is tangent to the previous arc segment. Right-click and choose the Line option to switch back to line mode. The program prompts you to specify the next point. Click to create a polyline line segment. The line segment is not tangent to the arc. Draw another line segment. Now suppose you are ready to use the Close option to create a closed shape. When creating closed polyline objects, you should not draw the closing segment. You should use the Close option to create the final closing segment. If you create that final segment while in line mode, that closing segment will be created as a line. But if you create that final segment while in arc mode, the closing segment will be created as a polyline arc segment. Right-click and choose Arc. Then right-click again and choose the Close option to create the closing segment as a polyline arc segment and end the command. Move the cursor over the shape you just created. The entire object highlights. Although it consists of a series of line and arc segments, a polyline is a single object.